and I almost went into this before, but like the series doesn't have like a primary antagonist. Like that is the guy responsible for all of this shit that's been going on. There's no main antagonist you can point to. There's just minor villains like Albert Wesker, like Birkin, who was like, this only happened because Umbrella was like doing some corporate espionage internally and betraying its own employees. They never intended for the T-Virus to get out and infect all of Raccoon City. So, like, there's no bad guy you can point to and say, you're the reason this happened. There's no single entity. The best you can do is, like, the nebulous idea of the corporation called Umbrella. Like, their shitty, unethical experiments. If they hadn't done all these shitty experiments, this wouldn't have happened. So, like, they're the cause, but they didn't do it, like, maliciously. It's their fault, but no one's really responsible. It's just a shitty thing that happened. Oh, yeah, there it is.
You murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? But you'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy.
What?
Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
Leon hasn't even met Annette.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
I wouldn't say a lie, but she doesn't know.
I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That's true.
That can't be. I know her.
No, you
wouldn't do something.
Shut the fuck up, Leon. You're stupid.
You don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway.
Oh shit, it's Mr. T! It's Mr. X. And then that's like, oh fuck! It's that tyrant shit. Oh, getting away from that shit. Do not want to deal with that. I got Leon's like, she wouldn't do that, I know her. No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. Again, that speaks to, like, Leon's inexperience. Later in the series, Leon's like, yeah, she's kind of a firecracker, that Ada. But Ada didn't know. I feel like Ada didn't know about the G-Virus. She got close to John to learn about company secrets with Umbrella. She didn't. I feel like when Annette mentioned the G-Virus to her, that was the first time Ada heard of it. I think Annette's just incompetent and psychotic. Like, she thinks the whole fucking world revolves around her and fucking William or something. You came to. In fact, like, that scene's so hilarious because she's confronting Leon and being like, "You killed my husband!" and shoots at him, and then Mr. X drops down and she runs away, and then runs all the way back to where Claire was in that hallway, and it's like, "Claire, you killed my husband!" And it's like, Annette, you stupid, crazy bitch. Oh, but now it's legit, dog. Uh-oh. We've killed him literally every single time throughout the entire game, but now it's serious.
Ada!
She reloaded.
Ada!
Yeah, right in his fucking oh, damn. Yeah, that'll fuck you up. Right in his fucking face. Aww. Haha, Terminator. See what I told you? Thumbs up. Oh no. Yeah, that'll fuck you up hard. Damn.
Leon, please, escape.
No. We're a team. I can't just leave you behind.
I'm just a woman who I'm in love with you. Nothing more.
Ada. No. Ada!
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
I will always remember you. Goodbye, Ada.
And she was never seen again. I don't know why we came into this room, by the way. We didn't really seem to do anything. So there are a lot of layers that we can discuss about what we just watched there that I think are really fun and interesting to talk about. Because on the one hand, you might be like, I'm just a woman who fell in love with you. And it's like, what, bitch? Like, they have known each other for a grand total of, like, 10 minutes tops, right? So, like, the whole thing of, like, I'm nothing but a girl who fell in love with you. Like, motherfucker, you don't even know him.
Leon, you made it.
Claire? Is that you? Where are you?
Never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second! What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Hello? Claire, are you there? Claire! The security office?
But I'm of two minds about it, because on the one hand, it's not unjustified. Because, I mean, like, the whole notion of romantic attraction to someone in a normal, everyday life kind of situation. Where's the elevator again? Here? Yeah. In a normal, everyday life situation, it's like going out on a date with someone. That brings a very different set of emotional attachments to a person. I think I'm lost. Yep. Compared to becoming attracted to someone in a serious life or death struggle situation. Like in the movie Speed, where traumatic experiences naturally make you feel closer to the person you experience those traumatic situations with. It's like a brothers in arms kind of thing. Like we've been through the shit together. He who has shed his blood with me today is my brother. Like, you survived on the battlefield, you survived the city of the dead situation, so you naturally have a different kind of bond with that person compared to just knowing them in a regular social situation. Like, it's a different kind of romantic attachment. It's not like, oh, I like you because we went on a date. It's like, we've been through some shit, and that has caused us to develop a bond. And I think it also comes down to, like, Leon is probably the first genuine interaction she's ever had. I mean, this is Ada Wong we're talking about. She's a spy. She bases her entire life around manipulating people and adopting a false identity and being used as a pawn by other people who she knows are only using her to get what they want out of her, like, as a tool. And just in that way, she uses other people in order to get what she needs out of them. And any kind of attachment... And any kind of attachment she does form with others necessarily has to be shallow. Like, she did, like, her persona that she adopted as part of her mission probably did care about John, but she, as a person, can't afford to have cared about John, because he was just part of her mission. So she can, like, form shallow emotional attachments to accomplish her mission, and then, but so that she can cut off ties when she has to, so that it doesn't hurt her, right? She needs to be able to, like, sever those ties without it bothering her, to make it easier on herself. But then Leon comes in, and they don't know each other for very long. They didn't have a lot of time together, a lot of interaction. They didn't do very much together.
Claire should be back soon.
But, like, this is probably for the first time in as long as she can remember she's ever had a genuine emotional attachment to another human being in her entire life. Like, she's probably never, like, it might not be quote-unquote love, whether it's love or anything like that. Like, it doesn't even have to be love. Like, the question of romance or, like passionate, like, love like that isn't as important as the fact that it's real. Like, whichever kind of emotion it is, it's a real emotional attachment. It's genuine. It's sincere. It's not based on any kind of emotional manipulation for her mission or her being used as a pawn. By her employers just to get what they want out of her. So, like, whether it's love or anything, it doesn't matter. Like, the fact that it's real probably means a lot to the kind of person that Ada is. Like, as long as it's actually a real, sincere, genuine, not trying to get the best out of each other, not trying to pull one over each other, not trying to use one another, as long as it's an actual, for, like, as part of her false identity, as long as it's real, that's probably enough for it to be important and impactful to her. Like, Leon's just this cute little fucking puppy dog, this adorable little mousey, who broke through that shell of, I can't let myself become attached to other people to spare myself the pain of when I inevitably need to sever ties because of whatever my mission might be. He broke through that shell and gave her a sincere emotional response, and that probably means a lot to the kind of person that she is. And on the other hand, the other mind that I am of that interaction is also... This is such a weird... Like, why is there an item box here, of all places? Oh, it's because... It's to be like, okay, do some management here. Yeah, that makes sense, actually, to put an item box right there. That's actually really considerate. And also, on the other hand, I feel like a lot of that might come down to Ada being like, motherfucker, I'm not actually about to die, but it's going to make it easier for me to get out of here and do what I need to do if you think I'm dead. Like, I can't do what I need to do. Like, this is my mission. I need to fucking get out of here and handle my situation. And I can't do that if you're like, oh, Ada, like, come on, I need to take care of you, or whatever. Shit, I forgot to pick up some things. Yeah, that's why that item box is there. Like, get the fuck out of here and survive, because I care that you survive. I want you to live, but you need to, like, go away and leave me alone and let me deal with this. So like, yeah, I'm pretending I'm dying. Yeah, sure, I love you, okay? Like, you adorable, stupid little puppy dog. Get the fuck out of here. I'm dead, okay? I love you, get out of here. I need to go now. Like, that's probably at least half of the reason for that scene also. It's like half genuine, and that's why that item box is there, by the way, because you need to have 2 inventory slots open. And that's always something nice they've done, is you need to have these inventory slots open. Like, that's mandatory. So here's a key item you have to have in your inventory in order to complete the game. Here's an item box right here if you need to do some inventory management in case you don't have the room. But make sure you have 2 inventory slots open so that you can pick up these items and use them like the fuse box, so that you have room to pick up the rocket launcher during the final boss. Only weapon in Resident Evil history where if you use one item, it automatically uses them both, which is pretty funny. So this tyrant's actually pretty fucking legit. Like, oh damn. But luckily we got plenty of magnum ammo. Oh god. That's a problem. Like, he's pretty fucking tough and legit. I love that music, like, right before he shows up, by the way. Fuck me.
Here, use this.
Thanks, Ada! Yeah, she ain't dead. To the surprise of nobody. Like, okay, bye, Leon. Gotta go. Gotta not die so I can get this G-Virus out of here now. Okay, fucking... Come on, pick that up. Yes, he needed 2 inventory slots open so he can have the rocket launcher so we can... Hasta la vista.
Game over.
Never be game over. Yeah! Yeah! Fuck you, Terminator. Fucking righteous. So that's great. Ada's like, okay, I gotta fake my death so that Leon will get the fuck out of here. And then she's like, she's leaving with the G-Virus in hand. So you've noticed, even on the shadowy outline of her character model, she still had the pendant around her neck. She is leaving Raccoon City with the G-Virus. So she is not leaving the city empty-handed, right? That's pretty cool. And that's something cool that, like, Umbrella Chronicles does, even though it retcons something stupid and says that she was working for Wesker. That's dumb. But it shows how she escaped Raccoon City, and the fact that she was talking to her employer being like, yeah, John's dead, oops. And her employer being like, well, then we don't need you anymore, okay, bye. And then she's like, no, bitch, I got the G-Virus, so if you want the G-Virus, better help me get out of here alive, right? And so it shows how she escapes with the G-Virus in hand. So she's trying to escape the city. Why even, you know? Yeah, I love the, like, battle damaged, like, how their models will just get ripped apart like that. So she's leaving the facility, being like, okay, I assured that Leon will get out alive also. Time to get the fuck out of Dodge. And as she's leaving, she sees him fighting the tyrant. She's like, God fucking damn it, Leon. Like, can you do nothing on your own? You adorable little puppy. Here's a rocket launcher. Don't die. Okay, bye. Right? Like, I'm gonna be bailing you out for the rest of my fucking life, aren't I? You little idiot, Leon Kennedy. Okay, time to bail. Raccoon City. A nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Once again, imagine watching this half of the playthrough, playing through Leon Part B, without having played through Claire Part A. Like, it's from Leon's perspective, he has no idea what's happening here.
I have the antidote.
It's not an antidote, it's a vaccine, you stupid bitch.
What's happening?
Not now. Come on, Cherry.
Like, again, the last time Leon talked to Claire was, we're going to the sewer, catch up with us later. I found the girl, we're going to the sewer.
Where am I?
It worked!
That is that is the last thing Leon knew. And then he gets called on the radio, and Claire's like, go get Sherry. I still have stuff to do. He has no earthly idea, right?
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Okay, now here's Leon's half of this ending FMV.
Goodbye, Ada.
Yeah, we'll never see her again. But uh-oh! The game's not over yet, brother! It's not over yet!
What was that?
Yeah, well, for once, listen to me. I am the cop. You are a little baby girl. You stay here. I'll go check it out. So just wait here, you stupid bitch.
Biohazardous outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This
Don't-
train will detonate. Repeat, this train will detonate.
Why? Why would you design your train to blow up?
What's wrong?
I don't know. The door won't open.
Why would you do this, Umbrella? Why would you design your train, your escape train? Like, this is just a final fuck you. Like, they never intended for anyone to escape. You have your secret lab self-destruct in order to contain a biohazard outbreak, and then you have the train that you told your employees to get on to escape the self-destructing lab, and then you have that train self-destruct because, I mean, to be fair, yeah. What up, Birkin? Look at this Cronenberg. Yeah, that's a problem. Look at this anemone from hell. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's gross. Ew. He's like in just a toothy anus. Ew. Why would you... The G-Virus is so stupid. Where did all that mass come from? Unfortunately for you, I still got a rocket launcher. And then just unload the rest of our... Like, it does not take much. Use the rocket launcher and then just whatever else is needed. You are more than capable. It doesn't... Yeah. There's your final boss, ladies and gentlemen. That tyrant is way more threatening without its limiter jacket on. I'm assuming, like, the jacket is, like, now it follows orders, and without the jacket, it's just a mindless monster that's running around unfettered. Now just look at him melt into a gross, oozing ball sack. It's so gross. But he's just gonna continue evolving. Like, there's no difference between, like, the last time we beat him and now. Like, he went from a dog to this. He's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. Unless you atomize every last cell.
Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Each train compartment will detonate sequentially. Repeat.
Sequentially.
Detonate sequentially.
Claire! Stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
What? See, he's not even dead now! Fucking G. Fucking Birkin.
This is not good. Leon, where are you?
Wonderful.
Sherry? What are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right? I can do it.
But... Come and get me, I'm right here.
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Sherry!
Leon! Ah!
Can't hold on.
Push the switch over there!
Got it!
How are all of you not dead?
Finally, the exit.
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
Where's Claire? Claire? Claire!
Right here.
Claire!
I guess we all made it. It just won't work. Come on, we have to get out of here. Run!
So that was a big enough explosion that I think we can be reasonably sure there's not a single scrap of G left to continue mutating.
It's finally over. Sherry, you look terrible.
No worse than you, Claire.
Come on, time to leave.
Now? What's wrong? Is something following us?
We have to go. We don't have any time to waste.
Go? Where?
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Yeah, Rockator! Cheesy, let's go take out Umbrella, walk away into the sunset ending. With these fucking rad credits music, which is great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, again, Raccoon City still fucked up. That train explosion only killed G. Birkin is gone, there's no more G-virus, except for the vial that Ada has. And the antibodies in Sherry's body. And the secret lab that we were in, self-destructing, didn't affect the... It's like all of Raccoon City blew up, just that secret lab underneath the police station and the sewers. So Raccoon City still fucked up, but fuck it, we got out. That's all we care about, right? Which is great. That's also, like, the fact that that's a really cool thing to do for a sequel. Because the original game, you could choose to play as Chris or Jill, but it didn't really matter which one. Like, Paul Haddad. Yeah, oh, Paul Haddad isn't coming back to voice Leon in Remake 2. Fuck off, Matthew Mercer. But, like, Resident Evil 1 had multiple endings, and that was part of the design that Shinji Mikami talked about. Like, I want players to be able to continue to play it, have replay value, by giving it multiple different endings. Resident Evil 2 doesn't have multiple different endings in the sense of, if you choose to save Barry or Rebecca, that will change your ending. If you choose to save Chris or Jill, that will give you a different ending. Instead, what it did was it had both player characters represent two halves of one story, and you get different endings and different content of the story as you go through it, depending on who you chose to play as first. You got a different story with Leon A and Claire B compared to Claire A and Leon B. So that is where the replay value comes from. Instead of having multiple different endings, you always get the ending that you got here, where they're all like, it's up to us to take out Umbrella, which is dumb and doesn't make sense. Because he, like, spoilers, he doesn't. Like, it's a different method, which I think is pretty interesting and fun. Instead of replaying the game in order to get different endings, you replay the game to get different content within the game leading up to the same ending. Again, that's why fucking Resident Evil 2 is such a great sequel, is because it improves on everything that came before with the original game, and iterates on it with creative, different, experimental approaches. It doesn't just do the same thing, but better. It does different things while taking what was good and improving upon it, and reinterprets the same thing in a different way, and like explores those same elements from a different angle and doing it differently, which is fucking great. Anyway, so that's the story. That is the story of Leon and Claire escaping Raccoon City. So now you can New Game Plus it with our unlimited machine gun, or if you finish it in, yeah. Or if you, I think you have to finish it in less than 3 hours. You'll get an A rank. And I think if you do it in less than 3 hours without saves, you get the Infinity Rocket Launcher. And honestly, the Infinity Rocket Launcher is pretty fucking weak in this game. Mostly just because the Lickers are shitty enemies. I do not need to do this. The Lickers are crawling around, and so you can't aim the rocket launcher down to kill them. Stars member Brad became a zombie, but how? You don't need to beat the game to get Brad, but beating the game tells you how to get Brad. And yeah, you unlock Brad by not picking up any items on the way to the police station. And that just gives you a closet key to get extra outfits. So that's the story, the main story of Resident Evil 2. We're not done. There's a couple extra things to show off. But that's Resident Evil, but for the most part, that's Resident Evil 2. Many people, even with Resident Evil 4, I guess some people might consider Resident Evil 4 to just be a completely different thing, because it completely changed the franchise and the face of gaming as a whole. But even with Resident Evil 4, many people would consider Resident Evil 2 to be the best game in the franchise. And the fact that it doesn't have a quick turn is fucking, the only thing against it. I would agree with that. Resident Evil 2 is by, the peak of survival horror. Even next to Remake, I would say Resident Evil 2 edges out over Remake just a little bit. Over Silent Hill 2, over all of its contemporaries, Resident Evil 2 is the pinnacle of the genre of survival horror. Really looking forward to that remake. But yes. Gotta do some extras and show off the unlockables. But for the most part, thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of survival horror.